Thank you guys for having me. Danny, I hear you're leaving the Seahawks beat to do the radio full-time, huh?
I've left the Seattle Times. I'm still going to be around your guys' team quite a bit.
Just moving on to bigger and better things, I see.
No, it's not true. I've got to find other ways to talk about you guys. It's most exciting. But I'll still be nosing around the locker room quite a bit.
All right, sounds good.
When you look at this season, and I'm curious, a year ago, you're after the draft, you're kind of entered into the quarterback competition. The fact of where you stand now and how that position group has changed, does it change how you're going about preparing, knowing that you're going to be the starter and knowing that you have that month of December behind you when you guys really turned a corner as a team?
I don't think it changes at all. I think that the only thing that it changes is the fact that I'm going to get more reps in preseason and all that in terms of camp and everything, which I think will help a lot. But I think the other thing that changes is just, I'm looking for that much more. I'm looking for, that many more touchdowns. There's one more touchdown in every clip that I watch. I feel like, it's just like I've been there before. I've seen it. I know what's going on during the games. I understand our receivers. I understand our tight ends and running backs. I understand our offensive line checks. And so, a year ago from the day, I didn't even know what team I was going to yet. I was hoping it was going to be the Seattle Seahawks, but I had no idea. And so it's amazing how God works, and just to be where I am today, to be a Seattle Seahawk with such a great team, with such a great organization, and then obviously the best fans of football. It makes it pretty awesome to play here.
Russell, we've had a number of guys on over the last couple weeks, players, analysts, coaches, and I've asked them all the same question. In their opinion, what is your next step? What is Russell Wilson's evolution? Now I get to ask you very explicitly, as you watch all that tape, as you begin preparation, as you get back on the field, what are some of the next steps that you need to take in your evolution as a franchise quarterback?
Well, I think just continue to try to change the game, in terms of just be a huge in the game. I think that through my knowledge that I've gained so far in the past year, and then just continue to be on that constant quest for knowledge and just learn and learn and learn. And then I think also, the thing that I'm always trying to harp on is just my footwork, and being at the Pro Bowl with guys like, Drew Brees and Peyton Manning, and talking to other players as well, and asking them questions. The biggest thing that they said that, took their game to another level was just their footwork, how they worked on it every single morning, every single day when they had an opportunity. And I think that's what this game is all about. Timing. This game's all about being able to maneuver, and it's about when you're taking those extra reps in 7-on-7. It's not just doing the same, normal 5 or 7 step drop. You got to be able to move and make the throws, even if nobody's there. You got to have an imagination to the game. And I think being able to visualize that and work on that, it's really going to allow my game to continue to elevate.
He is Russell Wilson, nice enough to join us here on Brock and Danny on 710 ESPN Seattle. And Russell, you got a new receiver this offseason, a guy named Percy Harvin. And one of the things I was struck by in looking at your guys' careers, you guys grew up about the same time in the same state. He grew up in Newport News area, Hampton Roads. You were in Richmond, about 100 miles away. Did you know of Percy? Had you ever heard him? Because Percy had said you guys hadn't met until he arrived there after the trade.
Never met, just heard of him. Knew that he was a very, very talented football player. He was on one of the better teams in the state in terms of, Southern Virginia, like in terms of like Virginia Beach area or whatever. I have a lot of family that lived down there, so I knew of him. He's a very explosive player, and he's electrifying to watch. His determination, his desire to get into the end zone, his desire to make plays when there's nothing there, it's pretty exciting to watch. And to be able to add him to the group, to the mix with the guys that we have already, it's going to be exciting. And the only thing that we can rely on is our hard work. We can't rely on what people think or what people say, whether it's good or bad. I think the biggest thing is we can rely on our hard work and our determination to get better every day. One step at a time every day.
You weren't at these workouts a year ago, Russell, but you were at all the mini camps there after the draft, and you get a sense for where the team was and the development was a year ago, and how that team came together, as Danny said, in the second half of the season more than any. Just compare and contrast maybe where the team was at this juncture from an off-the-field, off-season workout standpoint, and where your team is right now.
Well, guys are taking it so serious, and our focus is a laser focus right now. To be honest with you, I think that. I know that we have so many guys. When I look around in the locker room, there's so many guys that are so young on our football team still, including me. And a year ago, from today, a lot of us weren't even drafted yet, or a lot of us, had only played for a year, maybe two. So it's exciting to see, man. We got a very young team that's definitely experienced now, though. And I think that with that experience, we got to use that to the fullest, use that to our advantage, and just continue to build on our game. And we're getting right now. We're working on our bodies, just trying to make sure we're healthy for the season and ready to go to play fast.
Does your role change, Russell? And by that, I don't mean your preparation, because I've covered you now and seen that you're a person, no time for sleep. You're always, nothing's going to change that preparation. But coming into this season as the established starter, given that you went to the Pro Bowl, does your role in that locker room and on this offense change?
I definitely think it does. I know it does. It's one of those things where guys look up to me now. They understand that what I'm about and what I stand for, and they know me better. They've been in the huddle with me. They've heard my voice when the game's on the line. So I think that it definitely changes it for sure, and that's the exciting part. I like being a leader. I like being a leader of this football team, and I think that we have a great opportunity lying in front of us, and we just got to take advantage of it every day. And it's up to me and up to the rest of the guys, the rest of the leaders on our team to really elevate.
And that quarterback room changed as well, Russell, with the trading of Matt Flynn this offseason. As you look back on that, was there any piece of advice, anything you'll remember from the year that you and he spent together?
Just learning from him and sitting down and talking to him, and then asking him questions about, guys he's been around and just the experiences that he's had, and then also just growing with him over the past year and with, Coach Smith too as well, my quarterback coach, and being able to sit in that locker room and go through the ups and downs and just go through that journey. It's a journey. Every year is a journey, and it's a long one. You just have to focus on one day at a time, 1 week at a time.
Hey, Russell, one last thing. Can you tell me about what 3,333rd guy would be? Can we help in that way at all, my friend?
Oh, yeah. So, every Friday, except for last Friday, I was pretty busy last Friday throwing with the guys, so I didn't get a chance to really tweet it out. But I'm running my camps this year, 5 different locations: Richmond, Raleigh, Madison, Wisconsin, Spokane, Washington. That way I can hit the eastern side of Washington. A lot of times people forget about the people on that side of the mountain, and then there's Seattle, obviously, as well. And we're running it for the Russell Wilson Pass Academy. We're running it for inner city kids mostly. Anybody can come though, but we're trying to get as many inner city kids to get involved and be around professional players, college players, and just go over the fundamentals of football and just be around them and try to inspire these kids to do something great one day. We'll probably have roughly hopefully around 400 kids maybe at each camp, and the goal is to just, if I can inspire one of them, if I can inspire one kid to make a difference in their life and allow them to be the next Michael Jordan or next LeBron James or the next Paul Allen even. That's my mindset, and so if the goal is that 3,333rd tweet or a person to donate $10 to the Russell Wilson Passing Academy, you'll get something special from me signed, and so that'll be pretty exciting.
Right on, my man. We'll do the best we can to pump that news and get that out there, Russell. And as always, we do thank you very much for your time, man. Go get them.
Thank you guys so much. Go Hawks.